Gonna get freezing rain, you know.
Well, we gotta get out of
Maybe,
here.
it sounds like it.
Public input. Do you have anything, Ralph?
Just two quick things.
Okay.
I just walked, I live right over here by the high school, so I walked by the high school and this bright, beautiful clock in the front, it's not working. It
Oh.
says 5 after 12.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Anybody's
been
aware
working
not
for a while.
Huh?
I don't think it's been working for a
For a
while.
while?
we-
Okay, because I just now noticed it when I was walking by.
Yeah.
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 In 2 weeks, you got another meeting at 5:30. The town deliberative meeting is 6 o'clock that night at the high school. Are you still gonna be holding the meeting that night?
Yeah,
You still hold, okay.
yeah. I
Is it
think
the town's budget
The
hearing?
town
meeting?
deliberative meeting, town
I
budget
think it's
deliberative.
hearing.
Budget hearing, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
Just in
Budget
front of
hearing.
TV, I wanted to
I'm sorry, budget
clarify
hearing.
that. No, that's good. Good.
Yeah, because there's one of them that we,
The one that you start at 4,
Yeah.
and then you go into the,
right, so the town having their budget hearing on the 19th of January?
It's 17.
I think because of Martin Luther King Day, we
Martin
got
Luther
pushed
King
back a
is-
day with our meeting, and
It's
they
the
ended up
16th.
scheduling, yeah.
It's on the
It's
same day.
scheduled
It's
6 o'clock, the
17th.
same night your board meeting is scheduled at 5:30.
It's the 17th.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes of December 15th, which is the school board and town budget committee meeting?
So moved.
Do you hear a second?
Second.
Any errors, corrections, omissions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to approve the minutes of December 19th, school board meeting.
So moved.
You hear a second?
Second?
Any errors, corrections, or omissions?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. The manifests are going around, they're down by Greg. Let's see, underneath unfinished business, warrant articles and default budget. Tom, do you want to talk to us about that maybe?
On your drives, you'll find an outline of a couple of warrant articles that we're working on. It is entirely possible that some of the numbers are going to change based on the requirements of capital projects and things like that. But one thing I would like to make sure I'm understanding is the positions for the school board. We have an appointment for the first year of the 3-year position, and the appointment is valid until the next election. So we have a 2-year position to fill,
That's correct.
and then the regular 2 3-year positions follow.
Correct.
So we did understand that.
I guess so.
Moderator, clerk, treasurer are all 1-year positions. The general acceptance of reports language is the same as every year. The operating budget will be whatever numbers get filled in at that point. Since this is the gymnasium roof. This wording has not been reviewed by Gordon Graham yet. I have a couple of concerns about the way it's going to play out. This is close to what it will be. We want to make sure that we don't prevent the board from taking further actions with capital reserve funds. You are agents to expend this fund. We don't want to inadvertently rescind that. But we also want to show that we're raising the total amount from 2 different sources. So that's why that's where the way it is right now. We'll be working on it with Gordon. And Article 5 is the one that I have sent to him entirely. Again, because there are a number of items that go into the creation of that capital reserve fund and all the specific purposes. One piece I'm not certain of is the actual purchase of an option. If that can be done on the basis of the article creating the capital reserve fund, or if that requires further legislative action as the purchase of land would. So that these are some, and is that a simple majority, or is it a super majority because it's got the option in there? So that's all stuff with Gordon right now.
Okay.
I have a question about number 4. Tom,
Certainly.
do you know if we've gotten any more kind of up-to-date information on sort of the estimates for that project?
The last information the superintendent received was that the Hebert estimate is still good.
What George indicated, you know, we said we'd like to have something in writing, he's working on that, but that's an indication we have that he thinks it's still valid.
For the whole project?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll keep working on following up with that, but that's the best information we have right now.
Okay.
Made a series of revisions to the default budget. When we made the first pass, I had estimates for both the health trust and school care insurances. The health trust stays at the 12.9 guaranteed maximum rate increase, and school care has been adjusted to the 5.4% increase, which is supposed to be our rate effective July 1.
Okay.
So that's about a $41,000 decrease in the default budget as a result of that change. I'm unaware of any other items affecting the default at this point. If people have other interests or concern, I gladly entertain them. Don't want to miss anything.
Tom, what's the, two other special revenue again, down to the 650,000 under fund transfer? You just,
Grants,
okay. Thank you.
again, it's the gross appropriation method, so
Yeah.
you have to show the whole thing. And that is in the number that shows up in the warrant article. Both the grants and food service gross appropriations in the warrant article.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions for Tom or anything so far?
Not at this point.
Okay. Committee reports, personnel, there aren't any. Facilities, I don't think you have anything. We're supposed to have a policy committee on Friday, but I'd like to cancel that for this month and we'll pick it up again in February. Okay, superintendent's report.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. I guess most of you never left though, so I left, but no, it's good to be back. A little bit of time back in the heartland and with family and friends, but it's good to be back. I had lunch over at the high school today. I was talking to some of the kids and asked them if they were excited to be back, and they were like, but it's always that first day back's always an adjustment. But I think they were happy to be there also. So a few things. A couple things are a bit of a repeat of some things I've talked about a few times, different times. But I thought I'd go back and revisit a couple things. First thing I do want to note is that Commissioner Virginia Berry, State Commissioner of Education, resigned. She's been the commissioner since September 2009, and I know certainly that visiting with my colleagues, state superintendents are very sad to see her go. I think people who worked with her have always been very impressed with her advocacy for kids, with the way that she worked with the department on a very limited budget, very limited programs, and was managed to do a great job there. And I think that certainly her leading the position she'll be missed. And I obviously my time with her was very limited, although I did have a couple of conversations with her, and again I was very impressed with her, how pleasant she was, how nice she was to talk to about just welcoming me to the state, I guess on a very personal note. And I think again she'll be missed by all. A last time I mentioned, we're working with a instructional principles model called Universal Design, which is I'm avoiding calling it a model. It's a set of instructional principles, and hopefully we'll get that going later into January. Get our teams together. As I said, a couple of teams, team from each building, and I look at this as again as a way for us to start developing at least some school-wide, district-wide philosophies toward how we approach instruction, how we design learning activities for kids. So just an update on that. That's going forward. Another update on something I've talked about a bit in the past: Curriculum Advisory Council. I have, I think, 13 volunteers at this point. To revisit that, that will be a group that will meet several times throughout the year, short periods of time. I'm looking at meetings 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, probably this second semester 3 or 4 times. And that group is a group that I will ask to help us design goals, school improvement goals, major activities that we need to take to again address those areas in the schools that the data shows that we need to strengthen. And I think that, there's a few, but we'll be designing, putting together a plan, and again a big piece of that will be also where does the concepts with competency-based learning fit in? How are we going to implement that further? But a number of other areas as well. So that's a group. Teachers, administrators, some support staff are on that as well. And then the Lakeway inspection, we talked about this a little bit before. So a lot of this is old news, revisiting news, but just to go back and touch base with a couple of those. That is ongoing, will occur over the February break, and we'll gather all the information we can about the status of the structure and go forward from there. So that's a quick rundown. I know we have lots of work to do in the next few weeks on the budget, and certainly we'll be working, doing a lot of work with that going forward. And that's all I have for tonight.
Okay. Nothing else, I guess. So I'll entertain a motion to go into non-public session.
I got it. I'm making a motion to enter into non-public session under paragraph 2, section 3 of the RSA 91A:3 of the Right to Know law for
2.
number 2, the hiring of any person as a public employee, and number 3, matters that would adversely affect the reputation of any person other than a member of the board.
Taking with us.
Taking the superintendent.
Yeah, and Tom and Patty.
All right, do we hear a second?
Second.
Roll call vote.
Cook.
Robbins.
Hannon?
Nelson?
Wiggett. Thank you.
All right.